Hey everybody, we'll get this started. My name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medications. It's been my honor, great honor and privilege to be able to teach this lifestyle to tens of thousands of people over the last 20 years. Blessed be the name of the Lord forever. Changing lives, changing hearts. Jesus is so good to all of us. There are three types of members here: our free community members, our lifetime members, and our partners. Welcome to our free community members. We love you. We're here to help you. We're going to hold nothing back, one-on-one support, group support, whatever we can do to help you live a longer, happier life. We're going to do that. We're brought to you by these great lifetime members and partners that are helping me fulfill a lifelong mission. And they have really stepped up. And everybody that has become a lifetime member for $49, pay once, never pay again. And all those that have partnered with us one time or monthly, thank you so much. You can have no idea at how much you're helping us to do what we feel called to do. And that is literally miracles daily, saving lives. We are saving lives and could not do it without our lifetime members and partners. We hope that you'll make this ministry a special part of your own personal ministry. So thank you. Appreciate you so much. All right, any questions? Hey, Tabitha. Good to have Tabitha today. You just won, Sasha was telling me, was it Miss Agriculture? Or something. I'm going to go read the post. I haven't slowed down to read. I was driving when I seen something flash up, and she was telling me about it before I come in here to class. Congratulations. All right, next question. Peggy, I can't stay. Have a question about fasting. Do we have to click somewhere saying we're intermittent fasting, or does our timing chart post it automatically? So it's on the honor system. So there is a clock that you can use. You still have to mark something though. So I'll go and pull it up real quick. Okay. So when you go to the journal, you can turn your eating timer on here. You can select the hours of your fast. So let's say that I eat my last meal, and I'm going to fast for 36 hours. Now, the timer hasn't started because I hadn't put anything in. So I got to put my meal. I'm eating my last meal, spaghetti, meal replacement, time in there. Let's see. I'm just trying to get, it doesn't matter right now what time or anything like that. I'm just, now I'm going to save. I'm just trying to get it going. Save, and now you'll see that there's a timer. So that's a help if I want to use it. I could just set this clock on my smartphone if I wanted to. You can set this on your smartphone, or you can do it in here for another positive feedback kind of device. Like, I'm not going to eat again until this timer has hit 0. So you've declared that you're going to fast. You logged your last meal, and you've declared you're not going to eat anything for a specified amount of time. Now, when I achieve that, I can go and make notes, okay, in my notes section. I can also come in here and mark the type day. Once I, on the honor system, successfully achieve that fast based upon Shibboleth's definition, I go in here and I mark it accordingly. IMF is any 12-hour fast. Tiger 16 means you ate only from the Tiger food list and had a 16-hour fast, and so forth. Does that make sense? Let me know if that made sense and cleared that up. You got it. Good to have you, Peggy. Anybody else? Any other questions? Don't forget, if you want to ask an anonymous question, you can click that Q&A button, or you can, if you don't mind me calling you by name, you can just ask in the chat thread. Anybody else? This is our 12 o'clock session where I do Q&A because if you're wanting me to help with something, it's real hard to get me one-on-one or via email. Now, I have a great support team that do one-on-ones and to answer questions almost 24/7. But I choose to come here live or else I wouldn't be able to study and bring y'all anything else. I'd just be on the phone all day. So I do these 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock sessions live in case you need my feedback as opposed to one of our great team members. Are there any approved frozen single serving meals? There's quite a few. Have you been able, Judy, let's see, is that Judy Alvey? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Have you been able to look in the library? We can go and look and we'll go and look in just a minute. Misty, I have been on the program since November. I was hoping for good results on my blood work, but have cholesterol issues. Any help on cholesterol issues without medications? Yes. So consistency on the program and eliminating processed sugar and starch. So your bad cholesterol is not coming from the foods that you eat, or excuse me, the foods that have high cholesterol in them. They're coming from the foods that you eat with high cholesterol in them being combined with foods that convert into glycogen. So as well, when we're eating sugar and starch, processed sugar and starch, and we're not consistent, not to say you're not, I'm just telling you how it works. If you're eating quite a bit of sugar, processed sugar, not natural sugars, but processed sugar and processed starch, then your body is operating in chronic inflammation. Sugar and starch and bad fats create chronic, ongoing inflammation in the body. Anytime your body is chronically, not acutely inflamed from an injury, but chronically inflamed, your body will produce more LDL cholesterol. Your body will provide more because LDL cholesterol helps offset bodily inflammation. So see, it's like insulin. It has a benefit to it. But when your body is out of whack and you're eating a lot of processed sugar and starch and bad fats, and you're operating that way every single day, your body just can't help itself out enough. So it just keeps on producing that bad cholesterol. So living the lifestyle, eliminating processed sugar and starch and bad fats as much as possible with the bad fats. Try to eliminate all processed sugar and starch until you get your cholesterol under wraps. I bet you your A1C come down. That would be my guess. I bet we're dealing with a cholesterol issue, and it's because I would suspect that you've not spent yet enough time and enough consistency, 6 months to a year, of living the lifestyle, giving your body time to regenerate more healthfully. But that's just a guess. Hope that helps. But if you give it time, like me and like so many others, you'll get that cholesterol number down. We've got to free ourselves from the enslavement of trans fats, processed sugar, processed starch. What is a measurable amount of butternut squash rolled in protein powder that is acceptable as a meal? Up to 2 cups. No, I without doing research, I don't know. I would say you'd probably be safe with a cup up to 1.5 cups. Again, here you've got a little bit of a potential problem because you're not eating anything that's going to be slow digesting. Your protein powder is fast digesting. The butternut squash is fast digesting. Not as fast as the protein powder, but there's some fiber there. But you also have quite a bit of starch in butternut squash. It's a little higher on the glycemic index than other category 2s. So I would really limit my portion as a meal. You're doing a 1 and a 2. If you're thinking like I'm thinking, you're doing a 1 and 2. Both are kind of pre-digested. So that means if it's pre-digested, we don't want to go to the high end of our portion allowance. but to the low end. So I would say a cup would be a great meal if you wanted to do that. Let me know if that made sense. Christy, 7 pounds away from that big goal, just got done with a 36-hour fast, lost 3 pounds. Great job. Just remember this, if you try to fast to lose weight faster, if you can't fast for a lifestyle, then you're just going to put the weight back. Just a little admonishment there. Let's don't make sure when we're fasting, we're doing it for the right reasons and we incorporate it strategically throughout our month. Don't always do these things to lose weight faster until that mind changes. And this is no longer about losing weight faster. It's going to be a lot of relapse. A lot of relapse and a lot of need for recovery. Live the lifestyle. Lifestyle trumps everything if we follow those daily disciplines. And Judy, I hadn't forgot. I'm going to go to the library and we'll look for some frozen meals together. Joy. So had an unplanned 2-day holiday this weekend with family in town. And I felt so bloated after eating a few unapproved bread items and an iced coffee with too much sugar. I know you mentioned about just starting back up with a perfect day to get back on track, but what can I do to help with the bloating? So PSP, pee, sweat, and poop is going to help with the bloating. So number one, if you can get out and get as uncomfortable as it is with bloat, trust me, I know. Go out there and get 10, 15,000 steps and get that sweat going. Get the heart rate up, jar some things around, get the sweat going. Make sure you hydrate well today and stay away from any carbohydrate. You want today to be a 0 carbohydrate day since you're really wanting to get rid of that bloat faster than 2 days. So 0 carbohydrate, get out there and sweat. Judy, if you purchase a cow, do you know if the beef might be considered lean? Yeah, just call it a category 4. Yeah, if it's right off the bone, you want to call it a category 4. If they're adding fat to it at the processor, most likely it probably shouldn't be approved. But we won't be sticklers in those rare occurrences where we're buying a cow. So yeah, I would call it a category 4. Would too many Mighty Muffins and Power Crunch bars lead to inflammation? What I would do if I were you, Connie, is I would consider a food elimination diet. If we were being adult-like and I was your one-on-one coach and we were having an adult conversation about your future, your long-term future, not your immediate future, but your long-term future, I would start you off with a diet elimination protocol. We would begin with a lion or shark day, whichever one you preferred. And we would do that for a week. And then after that, we would add back non-toxic vegetables. And then we would do that for a few weeks and see how you're feeling. Then I'd probably ask you to go get your blood work. And then we would start adding back a few other things as we went. And then we'd get maybe 3 blood draws in 6 months with you starting with a food elimination protocol and slowly adding back foods over a long period of time to figure out what's causing the problem and have enough of those blood markers so that once we start seeing a problem redevelop, we can start seeing what it is in your diet that's doing that. I do suspect if your body's already in the habit of making a lot of bad cholesterol, that a Mighty Muffin and Power Crunch bar isn't the best things for you to be doing. Now, that's a catch-22 because losing weight also reduces cholesterol. So if Mighty Muffins and Power Crunch bars are helping you lose weight and they're much better than what you were doing, this would be a better question, I think, Connie. This would be a much better question if we're going to unpack this the right way. How long have you been on the Shibboleth program? If you can tell me that, how long have you been on the Shibboleth program? Consistent. Yeah. So you've lost 30 pounds, Connie. You haven't really even had 6 months on the plan yet. I would try to finish up your first 6 months really strong because you're doing so good. Let's not go to the extreme yet. Cholesterol reduction takes a lot of time because it's your body that's producing it. It's not, hey, I've been eating bad, my cholesterol went up. No, your body's producing most of that LDL cholesterol. So you haven't even been on the program 6 months yet to see real cellular change at the cellular level. So let's just wait it out. And then in 6 months, get your blood work again, see if it's come down a few points. And if it hasn't come down, then we got to do some food elimination type things and figure out what it is in your diet that's allowed you to lose weight, but it's still causing your cholesterol issues. Where do I go on the website to learn more about line and short days? The video library is the place to go. So we have a huge, robust website and more content on this website to do with lifestyle, weight loss, wellness, and it's less expensive than any other website. So we wanted to produce a valuable product. We want y'all to use it. So we go here to the video library. Boop. And I'm going to go on to Tiger's Eye just to get there quicker. I could do a search, but here we'll find out about Tiger Days and Line and Shark Days. So I'll give that to you. I'm going to come over here and put it in the thread. That should get you to the video library. Goes over Line Days, Shark Days, Tiger Days. Nikki asked, can you journal your food at the end of the day? As long as you journal, it doesn't matter to me when you do it. I take a picture of everything that I eat, everything that I consume. That way, if I don't have time to make a pronounced journal entry, one that's worthy of Travis, then I wait till the end of the day and I go back. I sit in the bed with my iPad and I go back, look at the pictures that I took, and I input from there. I write a few descriptive words down about how great the food made me feel or didn't make me feel. Get a little leverage on myself. That's kind of command and control for me. So, of course, you can journal anytime you will. I just want people to do it, which very few do it. And we would have a lot more success if people would journal. I hope you will journal. Yeah, I hope that you did come off of blood pressure medicine. So that's good. Let's bless the name of the Lord for that. He's allowed you, you know, the story of David, kill the bear, the lion, and he can kill the Philistine too. So you just killed a bear and a lion. So let's not be too worried about cholesterol because God just give us a sign that we're going in the right direction. Alice, I'm drinking water, but I'm getting bad leg cramps. If I eat a banana, it takes the cramps away. Does that mean I have to eat other categories as well with that when it's really not time for me to have an eating episode? Well, technically, yes, if you want to lose weight. If we're eating a banana by itself, the rules didn't change because we're in an inferior position. So you're in an inferior position. It's not a position that any of us want to be in. You're dealing with leg cramps and you're choosing a banana. And by choosing that banana, eating it by itself and not in the right food combination, our body didn't care that you're in a bad situation. The body just cares that we've got an insulin, pretty significant insulin impact here, and we're now going to slow down the efficiency of our fat burning. So what I would recommend is you being proactive about this situation and having some electrolyte capsules if your doctor approves. Some electrolyte capsules that are 0 calorie or some pickle juice. Pickle juice, I don't know if you're doing apple cider vinegar or not. Apple cider vinegar with the mother in Ocean Spray diet. So those are free ways for you to preemptively strike against those leg cramps. What's happening is you're somewhat dehydrated and you're experiencing those cramps. You're in a calorie deficit and you're dehydrated. So let's take preemptive measures. A little ocean spray diet with apple cider vinegar. Talk to your doctor about some electrolyte capsules, pickle juice. I'm usually sipping on pickle juice during the day, so hopefully that'll improve. If it doesn't, let's go see your physician. Print out the letter to your doctor on our website. Take that to him, him or her, so that they understand we are a solid program. And then just ask your doctor, what from this food list should I avoid? Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, banana, if that's what you want to do. I'm just saying you should count it as a hollow meal for sure, if it's by itself. Hey, Jessica, how do you earn the t-shirts? Busy as a bee, cheerful as a cricket, steady as a clock. I don't know that Sasha's had time to write that up. She probably has, but I'm not sure. So you have to have 5 perfect Mondays in a row to unlock busy as a bee, 5 perfect Tuesdays. It may be 4 now. They may have taught me into 4, but I'm not going to swear. But a series of Mondays busy as a bee, Tuesdays cheerful as a cricket, Wednesday steady as a clock, Thursday standing on the rock. So 4 perfect Thursdays or 5, I can't remember. 4 perfect Thursdays. And then you got work hard, play hard, feeling the healing. And then there's one more. But yeah, you look at that, the day that you're trying to, if you want the cheerful as a cricket, that's a Tuesday. So we got to make sure we have those 4 perfect Tuesdays. I'm thinking it's 4, not 5. Once you mark 4 perfect Tuesdays in a row, it unlocks that busy as a bee or cheerful as a cricket, etc. Diane says you can combine a banana with a 1 and 2 for a perfect meal. You sure can. Yeah, we could do a 1, 2, and a 5. Half of a banana, please. Anybody else? Any other questions? Linda, I saw on Facebook that you were asking if people be interested in a Monday evening class. When would this start? We'll know here in a couple of days when it will start. I'm waiting on some digital workbooks to finalize, but I'm suspect it'll either be next Monday or the next. I think next Monday. I'll start doing an orientation later this week about it. So no, I don't charge anything extra for it. Just trying to help people. I do work for tips. In the journal, there is a snack box. Last week it said 1 snack, this week 0. Just wonder how that works. It's recommending to you your maximum number of snacks that you should be having based upon your goal and where you're at. So if it went from 1 to 0, it's highly suggesting that you don't have a snack. But that doesn't affect your perfect day status. It's suggestions. And it's a max number. Just because it says 1 doesn't mean you should have 1 snack when you're not hungry. It's a suggestion. So 1 or less. So 0 is telling you you're probably getting close to goal, is what I'm guessing. And it's saying you better drop the snacks if you want to get to goal. Just a little algorithmic coaching. Is there a printable PDF food list for the Lion and Shark food list? I am not able to print it off of the website. That I don't know, Miss Jessica. You know me, and I'm not the best at some of that technical stuff. If you don't mind shooting Sasha, it should be printable. So if you don't mind shooting Sasha or Joni a message, I think they can remedy that for you, or either get it remedied. Anyone else? That's right. Astor says, ain't nothing on this earth a savage blue belt can't conquer. Amen. Amen. Good to see you, brother. Hope you had a good weekend. Hey, Joni, thank you. Joni just posted the link to the PDF for the Lion and Shark Foods. Joey, I have taken the fast track classes, but am a little confused at the difference between having a perfect meal or a perfect pairing. Okay, so a perfect meal is one of the food combinations combined the right way, correct? And we've listed all the categories, and we've put all food, real food that we want to be eating, whole food. We've put everything in a category, whether it grew from the ground or roamed the earth. We did that based upon its protein, carbohydrate, or fat load. That's how we categorized. And some foods in a category are all interchangeable. In other words, peas, potatoes, and corn are all interchangeable. Those are all category 3s. They're all interchangeable. They're similar enough that we could put them in put all of them in one category. However, peas are better than potatoes, and potatoes are better than corn. There's some things that have more nutrition in them as a whole in those categories. So when we're putting together a perfect meal to put together a 1 + 2 + 3, we know that we're safe. From time to time, people ask me to pair something together for them that's a little odd, that won't necessarily fit in the combinations. But if I pair the 2 or 3 items, even though they normally wouldn't work well together, if I put these 3 things together or these 2 things together, they actually do work, because, say, a pea has more protein and fiber in it than corn does. Okay, so that pea's a little different, and I might be able to get by with getting around some of these combinations. This is an advanced topic, and it's not my favorite to cover in a beginner class. So here you got a perfect pairing. A perfect pairing is a perfect meal, but it's where we violated our combination rules because a certain food, putting 2 foods together that we wouldn't normally put together, just worked. Okay, so it would be like, I would never put together a 6 and a 3. Here's a teaching moment. I would never put together a 6 and a 3. But if I wanted pintos and peas, I can make that a perfect pairing, because pintos and peas, if I put them together, now I really jacked up my protein and my fiber, and I'm keeping the calories relatively low because they're low in fat. So I would never put together a 6 and 3 typically. But if we're specific and we're talking about just pintos and just peas, I could do that. Hence a perfect pairing. Does that make sense? Candace, does it make a difference how you get in your steps? So example, 10 minutes every hour or walk for an hour. It doesn't matter. What you will do is better than what you won't do. So if you'll get 10 minutes in 3 times a day, that's as good as getting 30 minutes in 1 time a day. Burns the same number of calories. Almost identical. Hey, Tammy, you mentioned maybe having a fasting challenge with a group. Have you decided? I have kind of decided, but I've got so many people. We're down to a really small staff, and there's so many needs right now. At least people think they have needs. I've got a group wanting a walking challenge, a master class, a new beginner class, and advanced phase 2 classes. I'm trying to figure out how to get all those on the calendar. So if you'll bear with me, I think I'll be able to announce, hope, tomorrow when the new beginner class is. I'm gonna have to look at doing another master class. Not sure if I will, because it's so far I just haven't found the time to promote it. So don't have that. I gotta choose wisely. So if y'all bear with me, I'll get out there everything that I can do in the coming days so that you'll have about a 30-day outlook. No rush at all. It's my fault. It's just I'm a little, if you've ever eat on anything, that the more you chew it, the bigger it gets. That's kind of what it feels like these days. So many people have so many needs, and I'm trying to touch all those needs. And I think I'll have a good 30-day forward-looking view this week. Anybody else? Any questions or comments? Are all hearts and minds clear? Don't forget, if you thrive better with one-on-ones, our mentors will help you. You don't have to feel left out if you're quiet in these groups. You can get that one-on-one help you need. Shibboleth truly is everything it tries to say that it is. And we're a weight loss program, a wellness program, a behavior modification program, a Christ-centered program, and a support-centric program. We want to support you. We do all that for next to nothing. All you have to do is have a willing and wanting heart, and we can help you. Hey, Aster, do you have a plan to start a Rumble or YouTube channel? I do have a YouTube channel. Hadn't looked into Rumble yet. I've been hearing more about that. Seems like a lot of people are in the same boat I'm in, and I'm being phased out considerably on Facebook, possibly YouTube too. And people are telling me to look at Rumble, so I will. I hear it's they're not limiting speech over there, and I can't say a lot of words that I forget and say anyway. And I just keep developing points against myself. One of those being Jesus. And that's not a popular thing, apparently. They don't want you saying that very much. And they also don't want you talking about people needing to lose fat. So I need to look at some new platforms for sure. Thank you, Connie. Anybody else? All hearts and minds clear. Hey, Aster, don't forget me now when you come to St. Augustine, brother. I got some mats in a room downstairs. We'll have some fun. Joey. Oh, I forgot about the frozen food. I gotta go do that. Thank you for your ministry to help you and your team provide is priceless. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to go, I forget who it was now, but they wanted to see how to find frozen foods in the library. So I'm going here and I'm going to the food library. Now, let's see if they still left that category. There's several ways to check. Let's see. Here we go. So here's some phase 2 frozen meals. Let me go look at those first. And then I can do a search for frozen meals or healthy choice meals or Atkins or whatever it is that you're wanting to look at that might be a frozen meal. So what would be better than us throwing darts in the dark would be to visualize the frozen food department. And if whoever that was, sorry, I can't remember, if you'll tell me, is there some specific brand name of frozen meals you're looking for? Or otherwise, I'm just kind of throwing darts in the dark here. But here you can see it starts with Atkins, all these beautiful frozen meals, healthy choice. Let's go and look and see what this looks like. Okay, there's a healthy choice power bowl that I can have. Some meal replacement, it says. Good deal. So that one looks tasty to me. If I'm looking for a frozen meal, everything's in here. So if I go down and let's see what else here. Kashi waffle? No. Is that in there? Yeah, it is. There it is. That's in the frozen food. So a protein waffle says a meal replacement. Boom. Found another one. Lean cuisine. Let's look at that one. Steak and portobello. Judy. So, yep. So I want to make sure mine matches up with theirs, or the library matches up with what's at the store that I want. Then I can just go in here while I'm here. Let's say that looks good to me. I can click this and add it to my grocery list, Travis Martin grocery list, boom. Now if I go over here to groceries, go to grocery list, and I should find it added to my grocery list somewhere here. Let's see. There it is. Lean cuisine steak portobello has been added to my grocery list so I don't get sidetracked when I go to the grocery store, and then I just print it out and carry my grocery list in full of these -2 and -3 foods. I know I'm going to lose weight. Isn't that exciting? You want smart ones? All right, we'll go look at smart ones. Let's see if there's any smart. Here's some smart ones. Let's take a look. Smart ones, that sounded good. Smart made white wine, chicken, and couscous. Meal replacement. Let me add it to my list. Boom. Boom. Now it's added. Isn't that cool? Pretty slick, huh? Make sure you read the description, Judy. You should have nothing with this, whether you have it as a meal or a snack. It should be consumed before 4 p.m. So you've got some descriptions there to help you eat it and still be able to lose weight. All right. Aster, I can't wait, man. Don't tease. I'll be excited. I would so love for you to hang out with me some. That would be awesome, bro. We catch up on. We have some more to talk about than we did back in the day when I was just teaching nutrition. We can talk some jiu-jitsu shop. Where do your badges show up? Okay, so we go to the website, and most things can be found in resources or the journal. I'm just going to go to journal. And when I scroll down here, let's see, badges right here. Click right there, Jessica, and there's all the badges I've earned. Does that make sense, sis? You see how I did that? The more badges you earn, the better the weight loss and the better the maintenance. That's why those badges are there. The more I immerse myself into my lifestyle, whatever it is I'm trying to be better at, the more I immerse myself in it, the easier this is going to be and get. This is my command central every day. Anybody else? You're welcome. Anybody else? Chris says, I love badges. It's like ribbons. When I compete with the dogs, it rewards you. I love badges. I want to know when I've achieved something. And the more I achieve it, the better results I can expect. We all need positive reinforcement. Just don't turn that into when you don't achieve something. You might want to be tough with yourself for not doing what you said you do, but don't abuse yourself. Accept grace and know that God orders steps. So even when you've done some very foolish and stupid things, a lot of times it's because that wisdom's been removed so that God can do something to use you with it in the future. So I know all the stupid things I've done. I'm like, I don't even know why I did those things. But it was to help me build character, help me overcome, help me to go through experiences where I'd know how to navigate next time, etc. Yeah, it is a little different on the mobile. I wished it wasn't, but a little bit different. Nikki, does the system record your weight loss and then give you a badge? It does. You have to enter your weight, though. So you'll have to physically enter your weight to earn badges. So everything that I do that I'm going to earn a badge for happens in the journal. So where it says measurements, this is where I put in my measurements, my weight, and inches if I want to. Notice all those are optional. I can also add a daily picture so I can make picture comparisons, and then I save. And when I've hit certain benchmarks, which I've hit all mine from a weight standpoint, then I'll earn a badge. It can only record what you give it, what you input into it. How often do I recommend body measurements? It's different for everyone because so many people get discouraged. They have unreal expectations of themselves and the program. And in that case, I recommend they do the weight once a week and measurements once a month. Usually when you've hit a plateau, if you're still following the program, you're dropping inches and preserving muscle. You need to know that. So the more you're recording your inches, the better too. I do it I weigh at least 5-6 times a day, but I'm no longer enslaved by what the scales say. I know they're a liar. So if you still believe what the scales say, how often should we cohort with the devil? Because them scales is your devil. Not much. So probably you need to weigh once a week if you're someone who gets discouraged easily by what the scales say. But a good rule of thumb is once a week on the weight, once a month on your inches. Yeah, no problem with once a week, Linda. Once you overcome that enslavement, then maybe you want to do it more often because it really teaches you a lot about why your body, what foods affect your body weight. You'll notice big weight gains when you drink a lot of fluid along with eating carbohydrate, because carbohydrates holding on to the water and temporarily latching onto it and pulling it in the muscles. So, if you don't know those things, then you can't really learn. You can't get leverage on yourself. I love to see how food's going to impact my body weight, but I don't get discouraged about it. I can eat a meal and be up 6 pounds. I'm not discouraged about that. I got to poop it. The body's got to process it. I'm holding water. No, I'm not discouraged by what the scales say. I'm only discouraged by my effort. Lack of effort, I get discouraged. Anytime I put forth effort, I can make up lies. I can lie to myself and talk about all the things that it's not my fault. But with weight, with what we weigh, it's not me. It's you being your own accuser. But what we weigh, you can't blame on anybody. You've got to own it. I hear husbands and wives behind the scenes talking about how awful their spouse is and don't support them. They don't owe you that. They don't owe you that. Now, it's a benefit if you have that. It's a benefit if you have that support at home. But you can't blame if you want to change it. If you don't want to change it, ain't no issue anyway. But if you want to change your weight, you want to transform, it is not their fault for not supporting you. We come up with so many excuses, and I think we need to feel better about ourselves, because when it comes to our weight, no one affects that but Travis. I affect my weight. Nobody else does. So I went off on a tangent. That was for everybody, not one person. You got to own this. Got to own it. Kim said the scale can be a great tool to determine how different foods affect you personally, but can definitely trip you up if you're enslaved by it and look to it as a sole determination of your success. Amen. Good. Well said. Well said. Anybody else? All right. All hearts and minds clear. Going once. Going twice. Aha. Can you show us how to log food in the system? I can. Okay. So I'm in my journal. I click my journal. I'm in there. I'm deciding I'm going to have a perfect day. I'm going to cut my timer off. Actually, I didn't cut it off. But there's the one that cuts it off. So I cut my timer off. I'm choosing to have a perfect day today. If I don't have a perfect day or I have a more extreme perfect day, I'll come in and refigure that. But I want to call things forth and forward that are not as though they are. So I'm naming it and claiming it, buddy. This is a perfect day. And then I put the time I woke up. I've got that on my Whoop strap. Tells me when I woke up. And my motivation is a 10. I can whip a bear with a switch. I'm going to do it. And in a meal. So I'm having my first meal for the day, health-wise, hot chocolate mixed with cocoa ringa. I like this better than those apps where you scan. I like this better than those apps where you got a big drop-down box. I like for people to have to write it or type it so they think about it. That's the problem. We were eating. This is all by design. I could do it where y'all could scan stuff. Not going to do it. I feel like it'd be detrimental to our program's the most successful program, because when we can find a more efficient route, we do. When there shouldn't be a more efficient route, then we don't. The journal is about you eating with more awareness. So the easier your journaling process is, if you don't have to take 2 or 3 minutes to write things out, nothing's going to change in here. We want to be thoughtful. So the category was a meal replacement. Then I would put my photo, if I had one, of my hot chocolate. And it's 12, whatever time I'm eating. And then I got to make sure I save it. I didn't have a picture of it, normally would, but now it is saved in my journal. Before I go to bed, I got to close out this journal. This is repetition is the mother of skill. This is a DMO, daily method of operation, for my personal temple. And this is how we do it. This is how you journal. Your measurements are here. Challenges and exercises are here. Water and supplements, and you got a great note section. So I would type out how I felt about my day. I feel better about myself. I had a perfect day. If I had a holiday, I would talk that out and go, it just wasn't worth it. I felt terrible after it. The more I want to type in here, the better off I'm going to be. I get leverage on myself, and I have to think about things. I can't eat unawarely anymore. And then before I ever leave, I just save it. That's all. That's how you do it. Yours doesn't look like mine. What type of member are you, Nikki? Are you a free community member, a lifetime member, or a partner? Okay, so if it doesn't look like mine on a computer, you got the app, you got the website, mobile-friendly website. So if it doesn't look like mine, do you see this view? It says new and old. I'm in the new view. So you want to make sure you're in the new view. A lot of people preferred the old view from years ago, and we left that in there. It's just a longer format. We changed it to the new view some time ago. So you might want to toggle that switch. Nikki's in coach mode. Okay, you'll need to turn coach mode off unless you want to be in coach mode. So I didn't know that. Do you want to be in coach mode? Before I mess you up, do you want to be in coach mode? No. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to our profile. And it's been a while, so bear with me. Coach mode. C mode, start date. Joni may have to help us. So much has moved. I hadn't done coach mode in forever. let's see, profile. Somewhere in here, we can turn coach mode off. I would have thought it'd been right there. I'm probably overlooking it. Go to edit and profile, Joni says. Profile. And then click edit. Thank you, Joni. I still don't see it. Journal start date, gender. Joni, I'm going to let you help her. I see coach mode start date, and I don't have one. Maybe hers has one, but Nikki, Joni's going to help you. She'll help you turn off coach mode. Thank you, Joni. Joni going to fix it. I can figure it out, but I don't want to bore people. Been a while since I used coach mode. Coach mode, for those that want to know about it, it's a drop-down box list of specific foods that help lose weight. And you're agreeing while you're in coach mode to only choose from that list. And those foods are automatic. So you just click the food that you're agreeing in advance to go to your own little personal island, like Tom Hanks in the Castaway movie. And you're locking it down for a specific time, only eating the weird foods in my drop-down box list. Anybody else? Did y'all learn anything today? Was this session helpful? All hearts and minds clear. Everybody knows what to do today, one day at a time. Thank y'all. We will be back, Lord willing, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 11 and 12 o'clock. I expect this week we'll announce several other dates. Please be on the lookout for those beginner class dates and maybe even another master class. People have requested that we start doing more evening classes while maintaining the 11 and 12 o'clock sessions. So I'm going to do my best to get those on the calendar for beginner and intermediates ASAP. Please remember us, and those of you that would consider, you're already a lifetime member and you would consider becoming a partner, monthly partner, it would greatly reduce our burdens and help us keep our great team and stay on mission. Much of our day every day goes to trying to find money to pay stuff. We would be even a more effective program if we didn't have to spend so many hours every day robbing Peter to pay Paul. So if the Lord leads you to, help us. Whether you do or not, it's not going to stop us from doing our best to help you. We really appreciate our lifetime members and partners. Thank you, Nikki. You can go to www.helpshibboleth.com. Let's see if I can get that in there. www.anymonthlyhelpshibboleth.com. Any monthly contribution, $5 or more, really helps. We really appreciate that. If we can come up with 3,000 of our 37,000 members to do $5 a month, we will probably be able to stop focusing so much on trying to get the bills paid, and we can focus on providing better tools and resources and be able to keep familiar faces on staff with more ease. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming today. Have a perfect day. We'll see you at the next session. I'll be in touch. God bless y'all.